My name is Kelly Herbig. I'm a virtual content specialist for special education, social studies grades 3 through 5. And in this video, we're going to be continuing our study on the resources on pbslearningmedia.com. Today, we're going to be looking at the powers of government. So, PBS Learning Media is a free website that has so many great resources for teaching social studies. Today, we're going to take a closer look at their interactive lesson on the powers of government. So, this will really help with your grade 4 lesson and planning. So, PBS Learning Media is a great resource because one, it makes planning easier. It also gives you access to a wide range of videos, articles, and primary sources, which can be really engaging content and it can especially engage our students with special needs. Today, we're going to be looking at how we can use this with the grade 4, unit 4 building blocks of the new nation. So, this was a major piece that you were studying, and I really just thought that this would be a wonderful addition to the work we're already doing in the Passport to Social Studies curriculum. In this video, you're going to learn how to access the website. You're going to learn the features of the interactive lesson and how it works, and I'll show you how you can share it with your students. Let's get started. So this is the resource we're going to be studying today. The easiest way to find it is to just Google search it. So I just searched PBS Learning Media and the name of the resource. So just type in the powers of government, PBS Learning Media, and hit search. And it will be the first thing that comes up. Now, below this interactive resource, they have a little section all about it. If you want to sign in and attach yourself to the New York State Education Department, then you can see the standards, but you do not have to sign in or create an account to use this resource. I recommend using this resource as a guided session where you share your screen and walk through this with students. So when you click launch, a little pop-up will come up asking you to sign in or continue as guest. We're just going to continue as guest because we have access to all the resources on this website without signing in. So there's no need to sign in. Now, what I really like about this activity is that it moves through and it gives students lots of different ways to learn about the powers of government. We have videos, we have pictures, we have text. And here we even have a little glossary that you can click to review words that students will need to know. So on the first page, we have a picture and just a little introduction of the work we're going to be doing. The next page, we have a little bit more of an introduction talking about the beginning of our government, the Revolutionary War. We have a picture here for students to study and look at. And then here we have really clear goals and strategies and vocabulary that the students will be doing in this activity. Again, what's so great about this resource is that this is all done for you. It's all here. You do not have to prep it. You're previewing vocabulary. You're letting students know the strategies that they're learning, and you're telling them the big goals of the lesson. Here is an overview of the 3 branches of government. So they have a really helpful flow chart and the definitions for each. Here, they have an opportunity to enter text and click save. This is because there is the option on PBS Learning Media for students to create account and teachers to create accounts. But today, I'm really focusing on how to use this in a different way. What I would recommend is that if you have students on Zoom or if you have them in your classroom, this is a little stop and jot. Maybe they're doing it on a post-it, maybe they're doing it on a Google Doc, but they're doing it somewhere. It does not have to be in this activity. It's asking them to list 2 to 3 reasons why you think it's important to divide responsibilities among different branches of government. So again, what's really wonderful about this resource is that the turn and talks, the stop and jots, they're done for you. On the next page, you can play a video and read this portion to students.
The power John Adams feared most was that of an American aristocracy. He was attempting to devise a structure of government that would prevent the wealthiest, the most elite in American society from gaining control.
So, like I said before, this activity has access to pictures, text, and video. So, you're providing multiple means of entry point for students as they learn about this important contest, and it's already done for you. Now you have the opportunity to ask students 3 questions. This can be a really fun turn and talk for students to do together. It can be a really fun way to have students like vote or guess or do kind of like a 3 corners or a 4 corners activity in your classroom. On the next page, again, we're going to have a flow chart and some text. Students will be learning about checks and balances. And right here, you have your turn and talk, you have your stop and jot. You can have students reply to this however you would like. Here, what I love is that they have actually even just a link to another resource for students to use, which isn't opening on my website or on my computer, but I'm sure it would open on yours. But I looked at it earlier and it has really, really great resources on it. It can even be something you print out for students. Now, this is the part that gets really exciting. You can do a match it with the vocabulary where students will drag vocabulary into the right place. Um, and again, like I said, this can be really fun if you have it up on your smartboard or Promethean board, having students work in partnerships to determine where they go. All right, now this is my favorite page because I think it is the most fun. Here we're going to do this arrange it activity. So in this activity, students are actually dragging different cards to the appropriate places. So they're looking at these examples like can declare executive orders unconstitutional, approves budget, can declare war on other countries. So they'll take this and drag it to where they believe it should go. Um, because this is designed for students to submit, it doesn't give immediate feedback. You can just have them submit it. See, I can put those responses anywhere. So I do recommend previewing these beforehand so that you know where they should go. But this would be a really fun thing to do on a smart board, a Promethean board, or to have students do in partnerships. And then finally, there is a final assignment. Students are writing a quick little essay. You might choose to have them do this as their independent work portion of the lesson. You also might choose to skip it. It is up to you. But what I really wanted to show you is an example of a lesson on PBS Learning Media. So this is one lesson and it aligns to the curriculum for 4th grade. However, there are many more like this, and it's just a really great additional source, additional lesson to have if students need a little more practice with the powers of government. So please explore this website and see more of all the great things it has to offer.